The genocide that happened in Rwanda in 1994 was a very unfortunate thing. It was a very unfortunate thing to have happened in Africa. Where in Rwanda, a good number of Rwandans were killed by their fellow Rwandans. It was unfortunate because the classification that degenerated into this genocide was not what some people tend to refer to it as it is. Some persons have tried very hard to create some division and create explanation between the Hutus and the Tutsis. But the term or the terms Hutu and Tutsi, we are not ethnic orientation. These terms were purely social and economic reference terms in that area. Some persons have tried to create the division. Some even going to the point of saying the Tutsis have pointed nose, the Hutus don't have pointed nose, the Tutsis are a bit taller, while the Hutus are not always tall, and all those unnecessary classifications, which are not true. The term Hutu and Tutsi were basically used to refer to people's economic status within that region. The region of the area that is Rwanda, and then also parts of Burundi. The terms Tutsi was used to refer to pastoralists, while the Hutu term was used to refer to farmers. Then, because of the fact that period, ownership of cattle was one of the parameters of assessing and creating or putting up that somebody is wealthy, or referring to someone as a wealthy person. The ownership of cattle, large terms of cattle, we have used to refer to people as wealthy. So this brought some level of economic division between the Hutus and the Tutsis. But they were the same people, but just that the economic division, but not ethnic orientation. Unfortunately, when the Europeans came to that place and took over control of the area, they worsened that division. They worsened the division. They didn't really try to put to a stop that division. Rather, they ended up even pushing it to an ethnic orientation platform, which was not to be before. The Germans and the Belgians that colonized that region made laws whereby people's identities were taken based on their capacity as Hutus or Tutsis. With this mistake made by the colonizers, made to be part of people's understanding, the mindset was pushed from one generation to generation. Now, within a space of 2 generations, this particular nomenclature was enshrined in the mind of people or Rwandans and Burundis people within that region as ethnic orientation. But that wasn't the real picture. It was never an ethnic thing. The Tutsi and the Hutu nomenclature were never an ethnic orientation. These people were descent people. Well, another thing that these Europeans did were to give these Tutsis, a good number of these Tutsis, some level of privileges. This was because The Tutsis, as at that period, were not in large numbers. So they were meant to be partners in the colonial rule. This was an elitist capacity or opportunity or status given to these Tutsis, which went ahead also to create the problem. Let me really read a little bit of what Kevin Shillington wrote. He said there, he was making reference to the colonizers, they pushed Tutsi myths of distant origin, transmuting them into historical fact and confirmation of Tutsi's superior racial identity. After 2 generations of colonial rule, these distinctive Tutsi and Hutu identities were widely accepted and entrenched in people's minds. Thus, those identified as Tutsis were a small privileged elite that were co-opted as junior partners in colonial rule. The majority, classified as Hutu, were a subservient underclass, subject to forced labor demands, and with less access to education or social privileges. So you can see the colonial legacy that defined the whole society in terms of ethnicity was to harden the political independence, was to harden with political independence into bitter ethnic enmity and conflict. And this unfortunately degenerated to what led to the unacceptable, inhuman genocide that happened in Rwanda in 1994. Well, the present leaders in Rwanda, from my little information, are trying their best to rewrite this history. If the facts within my reach are to be relied on, it is believed to be a crime and even a wrong thing for anybody to refer himself in Rwanda now as a Tutsi or a Hutu. It was unfortunate, and it is still unfortunate, that what was not supposed to be a problem ended up being a huge problem that led to loss of lives. Unfortunate. If you're watching us for the very first time, please subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification icon so that anytime we drop a new content, you will be one of the earliest persons to be notified. We seek your support in any way so that we can be able to keep producing better quality videos. There are some logistics we need to create or need to acquire to make better presentations. Thanks for being part of our channel.